Greetings fellow warriors, and welcome back to another Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord video. Today we're looking at some rather new modifications that will improve various aspects of the game, like RP elements or adding more realism. As always, I will guide and tell you everything you need to know about these mods, but first I want to thank you all for sticking around even when I don't upload as much. To update you on what I'm actually doing, right now I'm creating my own mods. I've released one where you can buy crowns off of your governor when being a faction ruler, and I'm also working on a big overhaul of one of the game's mechanics. Here's a little sneak peek on what I'm working on right now, so you may figure out yourself which mechanic I'm referring to. But enough talking about unreleased mods, you're here for the released ones, right? So sit back and enjoy. First up, we've got something for you armor fanatics out there. Expanded Bannerlord Armory will give players and modders more varied and customized gameplay by adding a ton of new armor pieces to Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. These pieces range from the early days of Anglo-Saxons to the late Renaissance. As such, there are way too many armor pieces for me to cover, but I still want to show and appreciate the ones I love the most, like for example a combination of this helmet, used by a famous German minstrel, Wolfram von Eschenbach, this cloak, chainmail mittens and tabard. The texture on the chainmail always gets me. Look at how pristine and high detailed the ones from the mod are. And now look at the vanilla texture. There's obviously a huge difference between these two. Now, for those of you who don't want to ruin their immersion by having plate armor and Bannerlord, like me for example, you can remove any armor piece from the game yourself. Just open up the items.xml file inside the expanded Bannerlord Armory folder and remove all the armor pieces you don't want to have in the game. It's just a dirty edit that won't remove the armor pieces from the mod, but for my taste makes armor pieces that fit into the game still accessible. There will be a download link for those of you who don't know how to work with XMLs in the description down below, made by me. This file has to be put into this directory and will only work with the current version for the mod, which is version 1.1. Up next we've got a small mod called No Big Smiles, which removes these horrendous and creepy exaggerated smiling faces from the game. Every time you gained a relationship point with an NPC, they would give you a look similar to this, which always reminds me of the Patrick Bateman poster from American Psycho. Thank God someone took the time to replace them with a more subtle variant. Next up we've got another small mod, named Breakable Polearms, which, as the name suggests, makes polearms break. This will add HP and damage scaling to polearms. Both swinging and non-swinging polearms are now breakable. When a polearm hits someone, it takes damage equal to 1 times the damage absorbed by armor. If you hit a shield, gate or really any other world object, your polearm will take damage equal to 10 times the damage inflicted, so you have to really be careful. Once your polearm reaches 0 HP, it will break and you have to resort to other means to fight your enemies. It's a really immersive mod, and it's best to install a troop overhaul mod to go along with this. Some vanilla troops only have a spear as a weapon, so once the spear breaks, they will try to punch the shit out of their enemy. Troop overhaul mods will alleviate this small issue. Up next we've got something for players that love to RP in their games. Smalltalk gives you different RP dialogue options, such as telling a story, bragging, flirting, complimenting, insulting and much more. The results of these dialogue options will depend on your and your dialogue partner's personality, skills, attributes, relation and traits. So for example, if your character has the merciful trait, your insults won't have a big impact on your relation. You can also brawl with an NPC. This requires a -10 relation and you need to be in the same room as them. Beating somebody up is a crime though, unless it's in your settlement, but beating up a noble always carries a crime rating. You can also flirt to see how receptive your potential wife is to marry you before shooting your shot in the courtship dialogues. It's a really nice mod that could add a lot more spice to your playthroughs if you intend to use it. The new dialogue options are really complex in the way they are coded by taking personality and the other stuff into account, so it's a nice change to the rather bland vanilla systems. And the next mod I want to talk about is called Workshops Completed, which aims to finish the Workshops feature. This mod will completely revamp the workshop page, giving you lots more information. You can view the progress on the individual productions of your workshops and see how kingdom policies and perks affect them. Add raw materials to your workshops or take the products out yourself. Upgrade your workshops and a lot more. You can even tell your workers to stockpile their outputs, for you to pick them up and trade them yourself. This mod gets my must-have badge since it fits seamlessly into the game and reworks workshops to something that has actual features. Remember that workshop level in vanilla which doesn't do anything? Well, with this mod enabled you can upgrade your workshops. This will increase the production rates per day. So it would only make sense to level your workshops up if you have lots of raw materials. The next mod I want to talk about is called More Lord Sets, which will increase the amount of sets that Lords of all Kingdoms can use, allowing them to use rare and even new sets. You've always heard me complaining about why new armor that gets added to the game aren't added to the Lords or Ladies of the realm, and this mod is the answer to that. In vanilla there's a limited amount of Lord sets that gets picked whenever a noble comes of age or when starting a new game. This mod adds 51 new sets for Empire, 46 sets for Britannia, Azerai and Sturgia, as well as 40 sets for Vlandia and Crusade to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, giving a lot more variety to how lords look in the game. And the last mod I want to talk about is called In-World AI Caradia, which lets you have real conversations with NPCs within the game. Using AI and text-to-speech features, this mod will make you feel like you're really there. Each noble in Caradia has been created with a range of different backgrounds and traits, ensuring that every conversation you have will truly be one of a kind. This allows you to understand their characteristics and will make each gameplay unique. You'll be able to chat with them, hear their voice and learn way more than you can imagine. Uncover hidden ambitions and plots just by your talking skills. You can ask for their family, clans, war and peace states of factions, cultures and much more. They will also remember the past they have with you, so for example if they killed one of your clan members or companions, they might refer to this. This piece of work is truly impressive and the possibilities are endless, and I'd love to see how Block will expand upon this idea. And yeah, I guess that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, or maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. That would really make my day. Join my Discord server, where you can talk with me and other like-minded people about all kinds of stuff. And I see you all in my next video. Become a warrior today, and bye. Another huge thank you to Pyrealized, Chains, Edkainer, Max, Clinkyman and all the other members for supporting the channel.